Thought today our first half was really good. Thought we played one of our better halves defensively. Still gave away a couple of easy ones early, but I thought the second half it was good up until the last probably 8 minutes. We stopped playing, got a lead, stopped playing. I put some people in I thought were ready. They wasn't ready. That was on me, and we made it a game. We shouldn't have made this a game, but we did, and I'll take the blame on that. I subbed in a couple of guys and probably shouldn't have did that. But overall, I thought Donnie played really well. He gave us a big boost. I thought, everybody that pretty much played gave us something, but it was just that last 8 to 9 minute stretch, 8 minute stretch where we just got all out of whack. And I thought JC did a good job at the end of stepping up, making some free throws, getting the ball to the right people at the right time. I think he had a double-double. And so, I was happy for him. Obviously he's had his, ups and downs. I think the last 2 games he's really kind of, steadied the ship. Obviously trying to, continually hold this team together until we get JJ back. I think that'll really help us. I thought at the end, we played a little bit of zone. Thought the zone it worked. We got him to miss, but we couldn't get the rebound. So, again, just very disappointing the way we played the last 7 to 8 minutes. And we just got to, do better. But, again, the first half, we held them to 34 points. Second half, 51. That's just that's where the frustration is at. So, I think, I just thought we stopped playing. Questions?
Adrian, when you look at it, Bear Davis went 7 for 7. You mentioned Donnie Freeman went 10 for 13. Just what some of these new faces have been doing, not just in this game, but overall up to this point, in your opinion?
Well, I think Jair and Donnie, obviously, those 2 guys can score, but we needed them to do a little bit more. We need these guys to rebound the ball a little bit more. And Jair's an unbelievable rebounder, and I thought he had a couple that he just watched at the end. And I told him, I said, you're one of the best rebounders, out there. And you got to go get that. Offensively, these guys can score. They can step out. They can make a couple of shots. They're good around the basket. They're a big part of what we're doing. We got one of the better front courts, I believe, in the country, productive front courts in the country. But, we got to get these guys and our team better, on the other end, as far as rebounding the ball, and finishing off stops. We got them to miss a couple of times, and we don't come up with the rebound. So, we gave away too many points like that.
Coach, how impressed were you by Jaquan's, aggressiveness tonight? It seemed like this was the most, he's gotten the paint, really looked to pass guys finish. I mean, was that something you told him to do, was to go out there and just be more aggressive, or was that something, just his mindset?
Yeah, no, I told our whole team, I said, block out all the noise, keep playing. All right, again, we haven't played our best basketball yet. We know what we're capable of, and I just told those guys to block out the noise, go out there and play. It's hard for these young men, in today's world. Everyone has an opinion, everyone has something, that's the challenge that we have as coaches and the staff, to try to get these guys with a clear mind and be confident and keep playing. And, again, that's, we had that talk. I told him to, go out there and just play. Don't worry about it, just play.
Speaking of the noise, after the Notre Dame game, Derek Coleman seemingly tweeted something taking shots at Eddie Lampkin, considering he's watering down the legacy of 44. I wonder if you saw that tweet and if you have any comments on that.
Heard about the tweet, but no comments.
Chris has been struggling a little bit offensively, especially three-point range with his shot. What did you think about his performance tonight?
Well, I thought Chris today was really aggressive. He got 13 shots up. I thought he got out and transitioned a little bit, got a couple of ones. I just like where his mindset was at in the last couple of days. We've made a concerted effort to try to get him, moving a little bit more, coming off some pin downs, playing 2-man game again. I was happy with the way Chris played. And he got 6 rebounds today. Chris really, even though he missed 3 shots, he had 3 wide opens. When it'll come for him. I think he's obviously pressing a little bit, but I just thought, he showed more of his game today. By getting to the basket, a couple of pull-ups. He's starting to get some and ones by off movement, some rim too. So that's good. Because now when his shot starts to come back, he's going to be a really tough cover.
Adrian, so Donnie didn't start tonight. I wanted to address that, number one. And number two is he made 4 threes today. And he has struggled to make the threes. And can you just talk about his progression, not starting and then making threes?
Yeah, so Donnie didn't start today because he wasn't feeling well, so it was a game time decision. But whatever he has, he needs to keep that. All right? If he can keep playing like that, whatever he was feeling, but no, he didn't feel well, but you know, it was a game time decision. He came and he said, I'm ready to go. So, you know, I think again, Donnie's obviously, you know, when you shoot, I think he shoots about, 80% from the free throw line, or high 70s, whatever. Typically, you know, when you're a good free throw shooter, you can step out a couple of more feet and make threes, and he hasn't made it. Our team hasn't made threes yet, you know, and I thought today that was the difference, being able to at least get 6 of them. I thought that was the difference, and we, you know, I told our guys, just, you know, we get them open, you take the shots. Don't worry about it.
Coach, the last 7 or 8 minutes, you said you have a level of frustration with the last 7 or 8 minutes. Was it the fact that the players you subbed in weren't ready, as you said, or was it lack of effort that frustrated you?
I think it was, you know, we work a lot on, you know, different reads and different passes and types of passes that you can make on the perimeter, you know, and, you know, I just thought we gave the ball away. I thought we got lucky on a press break. You know, we worked on a press break. We knew they were going to set a press, so we got lucky on a couple. I just didn't like the way, you know, the effort. And then again, they were driving right passes at the end. Obviously, they put their heads down. And the tendency in that moment when you get up big is, you know, what I was trying to tell them every time out. Like, they're going to keep playing. They're going to put their head down. They got to get themselves back. And then they started making a couple of threes, which, you know, they've done that the last couple of games. Previous games before that, they didn't make shots. And again, I went to the zone, which I thought would slow them down a little bit, and it did. I mean, we just didn't get the rebound. That's the frustrating part, that we couldn't execute. You know, we get a stop, we got to get the rebound. You know, and that was the biggest thing. And they got three offensive rebounds, and I think they got some points off of that. So that was what I was frustrated about. You know, we got an older group, and we played like freshmen at the end of the game. That's what I was mad about.
Coaching for a while. Have you had to change your style at all this year to adapt to the team?
Well, I think we've had to change. Obviously, you know, the biggest thing is not having JJ. You know, and I thought, you know, right up until you know he had his hand injury, I thought we were starting to, you know, kind of form, you know, what the team is, and I think we still have it. And I think JJ played really, really well, and I think everyone kind of knows how important he is for us. And so, again, you know, when you have these teams and you get new guys step into roles, you know, you just, you know, you never know how long it's really going to take, you know, when you're out there playing. And, again, sometimes you hope that it happens quick. You know, this team, for some reason, we haven't had a chance hasn't happened quick enough as far as gelling and playing the way I want to play. And, you know, I thought today, the first half was kind of a glimpse of it. I thought, you know, we played better defense. You know, I thought we got the rebound. We got out. You know, we got some easy transition points. The last couple of games, 3 or 4 games, we've been grinding. You know, that's, we want to try to get out and get some easy baskets when we can.
I mean, more along the lines of you coaching style of how you.
My coaching style?
Yeah.
No, I think obviously, you know, I have kids around this age, so I understand it is a little different. You know, you do have to change. You know, you have to communicate a little differently. You know, and you know, the old ways, so to speak, doesn't always, you know, get the results that you want. So you know, but I think this group right here, for me, I really haven't changed. I think I've changed a little bit. I think I'm, you know, again, like really learning them in the fire. Like, you can train all day, but when you get in the ring and you get into games, like, you know, people do different things. So learning how to communicate with those guys, you know, I've changed that a little bit.
With JJ out, how much more of a lift are you asking from Kyle Cuffin? And we see that a little bit in the first half.
Yeah, I thought Kyle gave us a big lift today. You know, every time Kyle's come, you know, he's gotten in, you know, he's given us, you know, some type of spark. And, you know, again, but we need production. Again, at the end of the day, we need, you know, all hands on deck. You know, again, I still believe this is a team that can play, you know, 8 or 9, but it's not going to be that. It's not going to be 8 or 9 if we do that. You know, I just can't. I can't do that. You know, again, so.
I was going to ask you about that. You've talked about you have 10 or 11 guys who can play. You play 10 tonight. Do you feel like you need to shorten the rotation to get the team to play more cohesively?
You know, I think, you know, if, you know, when you talk about those guys, you know, that's kind of at the end with our team, you know, they all can bring something, You know, it's just a matter of, you know, for me, my challenge is to being able to try to put them in the right situations and getting them ready. Obviously, trying to, you know, just in particular, trying to, you know, get Chance ready. I think people seen today, like, you know, he's not there yet. You know, trying to get him ready. You know, I thought, you know, he's making progress. So again, you know, it depends on the game. It really does. It depends on what you need. You know, I mean, being able to have that bench and have that, be able to look down the bench and kind of bring someone that you know can bring something, you know, that's a good thing to have. And I think that's what we do have.
Coach.
Yeah, so you mentioned JJ briefly. Do you have an update on him? And number one, and number two is you started Elijah Moore tonight. I'm curious about why you did that.
No update on JJ. I think he's going to go see someone next week or something like that. So I don't have any updates on JJ. Hopefully we'll have one, you know, in the next couple of days, and hopefully it's some good news. Elijah, you know, I thought we needed, you know, someone else in there to give us a punch and, you know, some scoring punch, and a guy that can kind of make plays off the bounce. I thought, you know, when we started Lucas the other day, you know, we wanted him, you know, we kind of were thinking more defensive minded, and I think our offense, you know, took a hit from that. You know, we only scored 64 points, but we had a lot of empty possessions. So, you know, and Chopper's really, Elijah, excuse me, is really developed defensively. You know, he's getting better and better, you know, and but I just like what he brings. You know, he has playmaking ability. You know, he can shoot the ball. You know, so, you know, I just think, you know, for right now when JJ's out, I think, you know, that was something that, you know, I have been thinking about.
I know Saturday marks the 100th game between, I'm not even going to call it the name of the team, but these guys, do you have to tell them what
I do.
this rivalry, like, yeah.
I do.
Prime example. Like,
Yeah, I do. We will. You know, they'll understand. You know, again, they'll understand. Again, you know, it's fun. You know, it's a great rivalry. You know, again, most of us in here, we know what the rivalry is, but these guys, some of these guys, they don't. So, and I'm sure Coach Cooley is doing the same thing with his guys. So, again, I think it's going to be, you know, an exciting game. You know, I think every team, you know, both teams will be prepared to go.
You mentioned Ed Cooley. Last year after the game down there, he said he didn't get it until like the last couple minutes of the game, and he said it would be different. What are you expecting to see from Ed and the Hoyas that might be different than last year?
I mean, they have a good team. They playing well. I'm sure he's excited about his team, and you know they're playing well so far. So I expect him to come in, you know, no different than last year. You know, play tough, play hard. You know, they got guys that can score. They can go inside. You know, you got a very good balanced team. Again, you can do all the rhetoric, the talk, and all that, but you know, I'm not playing. He's not playing. It's those guys out there playing. So, but I'm sure you know he'll have his team ready, and I'll have our guys ready.
You mentioned a lot of individual performances that stood out to you tonight. How did those performances give this team confidence after the last few games that you guys have been through?
Well, I think it was our best offensive output all year, and I thought we had 23 assists. You know, things that we talk about. You know, we took care of the basketball for the most part. I think 11. We could have reduced those a little bit. You know, I thought we had balance. Like I said, I thought everyone that came into the game contributed. You know, we made, I thought we had a good balance. You know, right now we're not shooting the ball well, you know, but, we took 15 threes, and I think we probably got to take a couple more, some more just to give ourselves a chance. You know, like with Notre Dame, we didn't score any. I mean, we took 9. If you only take 9, you're not going to give yourself a lot of chances to make them. So, that's what we talked about, giving ourselves a chance to make some more threes and take some more threes. So we got to take some more. So I thought that was really good that we were able to get 18 points from 3 points, and our 2 points. We've been doing a really good job, being able to manufacture those, scoring. Today was a good sign. Also, we made our free throws. We made our free throws, 16 for 18. Free throws matter, right? And so I was happy about that. But again, we just got to keep working. We just got to keep getting better. We haven't played our best basketball yet. We just haven't. And I thought today was a little step forward on the offensive end. I thought defensively, the first half was probably one of our better halves this year. The second half, like I said, I was disappointed that we gave up that many points in the second half.
Time for
one more.
Coach, what do you want your team to most take away from tonight to get ready for the rivalry game on Saturday?
Well, we just, we try to get better after every game. After every game, we break it down. We see, we pull good. We pull things that we want to learn from, what we need to improve on. So I'm sure it's a lot of things that we'll take, especially in that last 7 to 8 minutes, and continue to improve on our zone defense and our zone rebounding. That's the one thing that we got to do a better job of. We will, mix it up every now and then and play that, and we can be good at it. We just got to be a little bit better at it. But the one thing I'll take from this is that the positives were we shared the ball, we took care of it, and for the most part we did a decent, continually doing a decent job on the glass. Didn't like the 12 offensive rebounds, but that came, pretty much late. We got to, shore up some things as far as getting ready for Saturday. We got to, be able to continually, get stops, stops or rebounds. So we got to continually get some stops. We got to be able to, keep the ball in front of us. For the most part we did. It was just that last 7 or 8 minutes that we couldn't contain the ball. We kind of looked like we stopped playing, and I was frustrated with that.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.